Alright, happy Sunday guys. We got a 21-15-9 workout today of sumo deadlift high pulls, V-sits, pistol squats, and then V-sits again. For the 21-15-9 guys, as before, we want to treat this workout where we go a little bit slower in the beginning. 15s we pick up that pace, and then the 9s we're going as fast as we can there. Again, with the movements today, you should be able to move pretty quickly. Pistol squats, again, depends on where your skill progression is. A little bit of a skilled movement. If you don't have pistol squats, use reverse lunges as an option today. Skater squats or shrimp squats, something that can keep you moving, keep the intensity high. You don't want to be going too slow where you're losing the intent of the workout, so find a progression that can make you move fast throughout this workout, whether it be reverse lunges, the weight as well. You can do that for your pistol squats. Sumo deadlift high pulls, let's try to keep those unbroken. Again, we're going off the floor, pulling nice and high, getting those elbows up. The hardest part through this workout is going to be really just managing the breathing. So we're going through that hip extension, then we're going into hip flexion again with those V-sits. As we do that, we're going to get that full body tension. We're going to start to feel really tired. So make sure you're concentrating on your breathing and trying to match it with your movement cadence. So make sure you're breathing on your V-sits. I know with V-sits, some people try to tighten up, hold their breath, and then go for as many V-sits as they can. Make sure you're breathing every single time at the top of your V-sit. And as you're coming down, you can kind of release a little bit of air as you do that. This is a fast workout, so it's not a lot of reps. We're going to be moving fast throughout this one. And again, you want to be as fast as you can at the end for the 9 reps there for your high pulls, V-sits, and your pistol squats. Estimated time for this one, guys. Let's try to finish this within the 10-minute mark. No more than 12 minutes, I would say, for this one. This should be a nice short workout for your Sunday afternoon there. This is a good one to get your body kind of opened up from the week of all those workouts we've done so far, so not that much intensity or weight here. It's perfect to kind of get you guys recovered. After you finish this workout, our afterburner today, again, more cooling down and getting ready for the next week. We're going to be doing some lower back stretch and a pancake stretch there. Great mobility there for the hips, guys, for the groin, and again, set you up for next week's workouts. Hope you guys enjoyed today's workout afterburner. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up.
Okay, let's get ready to warm up here. We're going to start off today's warm-up with the 90-90 hip rotation. So opening up the hips. Really, the 90-90 is to focus on your internal rotation and your external rotation in your hips. A lot of times, whether you're squatting, you're running, box jumping, anytime you're moving the legs, we're not necessarily moving effectively in our hips because the rotation in our femurs, so your thigh bone, isn't necessarily recruiting all the correct muscles. What I'm trying to get at is your hip flexor, your psoas, to be specific, tends to get neglected. So this 90-90 really helps, guys, to open it up, loosen it up, and slowly start firing those smaller muscles. You're gonna start in your seated position, heels on the ground, guys. Knees are about 90 degrees. From here, notice how my hands are hip in line with my hips or slightly behind. You can play around with this. You're gonna drop your knees, okay? You drop your knees and you feel maybe it's a stretch, whether it's on either leg, hang out there, hold it, okay? If you can't touch your knee to the floor, just gently try to push down as your body relaxes. Now it might be tricky to see, but my knees are actually about 90 degrees, both of them. That's where the name comes, the 90-90. From here, I'm going to rotate my knees to the other side without lifting my heels off the ground. So notice how I'm just rotating, but my heels did not change position, okay? So now I'm feeling a little tight here, so I can feel the stretch myself. So I have to reposition my hand. The key here is do not reposition your heels. It's really easy to yeah, I'm doing it, but you're actually not rotating through your hips when you're moving your feet. Okay, so you're gonna rotate in your hips, so this thigh for me is externally rotating as this one is internally rotating. So I'm feeling that rotation in my hips. Then I reverse the order. External rotation, internal rotation on the opposite side. The key here, guys, use this as a stretch. Feel the rotation in your hips. As you get more comfortable, come off the ground with your hands. See, can you not move your heels, but use that core to stabilize yourself. After you've done that, now let's get that heart rate going. Let's get those muscles fired up, guys. We're gonna go for 3 rounds, 30, 20, and 10. Alternating step up. So starting with 30 alternating step ups, you're gonna go up, step down, go up, step down. Trying to fire up the hamstrings and glutes on that one, okay? Stabilize your knee, so don't let your knee drop depending on how your object is. Watch for that, okay? Once you've completed the 30, then you're gonna go into your push-up position. So your high plank. From here, shoulders over your wrist. You're gonna bring your knee to the opposite side. Bring your knee to the opposite side. You're going for 30 mountain climbers, crossing your body, getting your core fired up, okay? From there, the last movement, going for some bent over flies. So I'm using these 10-pound plates here today. I'm gonna hinge at the hips, so lean forward by sticking my bum back. From there, my back is flat, and then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades, bring it down. Squeeze my shoulder blades, bring it down. Do it until 30. As you squeeze your shoulder blades, don't roll forward. It's okay to bend the elbows slightly so you can maximize the usage of your upper back. If you have the flexibility in your bicep and your triceps and your back muscles, feel free to go straight, guys, but play around with it to make sure you get the most out of your back without lowering the plate down too much. So you're not doing this, okay? Trying to keep them in line to your shoulders. Once you've completed 30, you're going to roll back onto your step up for 20, repeating your movement, working your way down on the last round, doing that final round of 10. Have a great warm up. See you next in the workout.
Getting into our sumo deadlift high pull. So today I'm going to use a kettlebell. You can use a barbell. You can use a dumbbell holding on to the one head of the dumbbell. Either way works. I'm going to get into a sumo stance, so my feet are going to be a little bit wider than my squat. My hips are going to hinge back. My shins are going to stay straight in the air, and I'm going to make sure those shoulders are nice and flat. From here, I'm going to start by pushing with the legs. I'm going to squeeze my butt nice and tight, shrug the shoulders, elbows come up. I want my hands a little bit above that collarbone to finish the movement. So again, hinge the butt back, lower with the legs, push with the legs, squeeze my butt. Use that momentum to drive my weight up. If you guys feel comfortable, you can start stringing them together. So I'm squatting down or deadlifting down as the weight comes down. If you're not super comfortable, stop at the top. Perfect on the way down. Pop your hip on the way up, stop again. Just working through whatever speed or range you're comfortable with. Enjoy the workout. Is the V-sit. Remember, guys, you can challenge yourselves with a weight between the heel, or you can do a toe to bar if you have a pull-up bar at home. So for the V-sit, first progression, you can just do a sit-up. So you can get an ab mat under your back or a towel, roll up a shirt, whatever. We're just gonna come all the way up, touch the shoes, come back down. You can use your arms. Those are a bit too easy for you. For 3, it's probably gonna be a bit too easy. You can switch to a jackknife. So in a jackknife, we start off in that hollow body position. The knees come in towards the chest. The V-sit is very similar, except now we're keeping our legs locked out, and we're trying to bring our arms overhead and then bring the hands in towards the toes. If you don't touch the toes, that's okay. You're just gonna try to get as close as you can, and you're gonna try to keep everything nice and straight.
For the pistols today, if you have pistol squats, go for them today. You can go off the end of your couch, or if you have a ball or anything that you want to go up to a height to work on that pistol, you can do so. Also mention you guys can do some reverse lunges for the workout as well. So I'll use a weight for those reverse lunges. I'm going to try and put a little bit more weight on that front floor of the working leg there. So my left leg's going to be on the floor there. I'm going to drive that right leg back, trying to put as much weight in that front foot. And then as I start standing up, I'm gonna shift my weight to that front foot and then stand it up from there. Then switch, opposite leg comes back, and then you drive with that front foot. You can also play around with doing some curtsy lunges too with that weight. So we're gonna send that foot behind that front foot, out to the side, trying to keep the hips as straight as possible or square as possible forward, and then driving through that front foot to stand it up. This one will work a little bit more on the inside of the leg and the stability of the knee laterally, so you can work on that as well as an option for those pistol squats today.